why does God tell us to pray? Is it because God's up in heaven saying, boy, I sure hope these people inform me about what's going on down there. I really need information. I sure hope they tell me what's happening. See, if you understand that in Him we live and move and have our being, if you understand the nature of God, which we've already discussed, then surely you realize that God doesn't need us to tell us what's happening. Is it because God has some ego problem? And God's up in heaven saying, boy, I'm really depressed today. I sure hope these people praise me because I'm just down in the pits. God's not a human. God doesn't have these kinds of struggles that we have. He doesn't have a bad hair day. I don't either, frankly. But He doesn't have those kinds of situations that put stresses and problems in His life that cause Him to somehow become very negative about life. That's not God. Well, then why does God tell us to pray? You know, many years ago, there was a court case in New Jersey in which there was a debate going on about the role of transcendental meditation in public education. And in the process of all the debate that was carried on, there was some interesting statistical data that was offered. People that have learned how to master TM have shown clearly that they can provide various therapeutic physiological advantages to TM. Their blood pressure goes down, their body temperature drops, they have reduced oxygen consumption, there's good biofeedback in their brain, and so forth and so on. But do you know that active Christians hooked up to the same equipment give the same kind of data? See, Christians pray primarily for their own benefit. When God says to pray, He's not telling us to do something that satisfies some need of His. God tells us to pray because He knows the need we have. Almost all programs that help people dealing with substance abuse or problems like that, one of the first things that is said is, learn to look to a higher power. There is a tremendous need for us as human beings to get beyond ourselves, to be able to look to something greater than us, and to be able to focus in prayer on that being. And I would suggest to you, for Christians who understand God as a personal God, you have an interaction that allows you to grow to love and appreciate and feel close to that God. A man and a woman who never talk, or a man and a woman who will never have a relationship of any kind. And our need to talk to God is for our own benefit.